Welcome back. This is Chapter 2, Learning Objective 5, explaining the difference between variable and fixed costs. Our variable costs increase as the number of units produced increase. In other words, it's a cost whose total dollar number varies in direct proportion to the changes in the activity level. The total cost of raw materials is based on the numbers of units produced. Graphically put in another way, the variable cost per unit is the same. So a cup is a cup is a cup is a cup. So Tim Hortons medium cups, no matter how many units you produce, the cost of raw materials per one unit is going to be the same. That brings us into the area of an activity base or cost driver. So a cost driver is a measure of what causes the occurrence of a variable cost. So it might be units produced, units sold, it might be kilometers driven, it might be machine hours. So for example, let's see. For example, I sometimes use the Commune Auto, depending on which one of the rates it's being used. Sometimes it's only on a per kilometer basis. So if I drive 25 kilometers and it is 50 cents a kilometer, then it's going to be $12.50. So kilometers driven might be what is kind of, the driving in car driving kilometers, that total variable cost incurred. It could be machine hours, so it could quite literally be like how long are you using a laundry machine at the laundromat. It might be hours, like just human labor hours. If you need more hours and like them to work, that's going to be the cost driver, the labor hours. So it could be a whole number of things. It could be, if say there was a lot of energy being used, maybe it's energy per square foot, because you're like, okay, the more square feet, the more energy is being used. So really just looking at what is making this cost go up or down. Now, conversely, where variable costs remain, where variable costs go up, the amount of activity goes up, and the cost per unit remains the same. Kind of the opposite are fixed costs. Fixed costs within a relevant range, that is, a range of activity within the assumption about variable and fixed cost behaviors are valid. Within a relevant range, it doesn't matter how many units are produced in the month. So in Tim Hortons, the amount of rent that they pay is gonna be the same regardless if they produce and serve 1 cup of coffee or 50,000. Rent is gonna be the same. So what that means is that on a units produced, if you sell 1 cup of coffee, well, that is, $50,000 of rent per 1 cup of coffee. But the more coffee that you produce and sell, then your costs per unit, your rent cost per unit, will decrease. Now, lastly, you might have both variable and fixed costs. Mixed costs, those are mixed costs. So this might be something like your cell phone. So your cell phone may charge you, cell phone bill might charge you a monthly cost for the actual physical unit, like, $20 a month for your unit over the next 2 months, or probably 2 years. And then it might cost you, a bunch of freebies, and quote freebies included. So 200 minutes, some 2 gigabytes of data. But then if you exceed those, then you have an incremental variable costs beyond those fixed costs. So perhaps you go over by a gigabyte, and that's an extra $12 and so forth. So your cell phone bill is an example of mixed costs, potentially. Same thing with my Commune Auto. Now, I don't even know what kind of car this is, maybe a Lamborghini. But when I rent my Commune Auto, definitely not a Lamborghini, or whatever this fancy. I feel like it starts with an M. Anyways, but I pay a monthly flat rate for the type of plan I have, and then I pay per hour, which would be an example of a variable cost. So we have the fixed cost of the monthly plan plus the variable cost of the per hour plus the variable cost of the kilometers. So not only do I have a fixed cost of my monthly fixed rate, but I have two different activity drivers, kilometers driven and hours used, that will go into determining my final cost for each month. So trips and my flat rate. So all around us, we have all of these examples of variable, fixed, and mixed costs. Let's look at a question. So which of the following costs would be variable with respect to the number of ice cream cones sold at a Baskin-Robbins ice cream shop? Please select all that apply. Give this video a pause and I'll see you in just a moment. All right, so if you said cost of the ice cream and the cost of the napkin, you would be correct. And that's because both of these prices overall go up the more that you sell. So the more ice cream you sell, the more the cost of the ice cream. The more ice creams you sell, the total napkins would go up. So these are variable, right? So the more ice creams you sell, the more napkins you use. You're not just like handing out napkins to people walking by. However, the monthly salary of the store manager is going to stay the same whether or not you sell one ice cream cone or 50,000, and same with the lighting of the store. Awesome work, everyone. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'll see you in the next video.